The twisted bun, a series of 3 ponytails, simple knots, and surface styling products is all that's needed. My name is Dawn McKee. Welcome to the twisted bun, a polished punk updo from Surface. Today we prepped Holly's hair with Bliss smoothing cream and Jump Mousse for great lift. We're going to be working in these series of ponytails. The first thing that I need to do is grab my push powder. A little bit of a tap and push right at the base so that we can prepare the updo so that my pins stay tight. The first section that we're going to be working in is right through the green zone. So right where the side ridges and just right through the middle of the black zone. We'll comb this nice and smooth. You'll want to secure the ponytail about 1.5 inches to 2 inches above the base. The second section we're going to be working in is going to come right from the temples and straight back, following the curve of the head. We're going to comb the hair right into the same section and comb it right into the last ponytail that we made. We'll be securing the elastic about 1/2 inch below the last elastic that we placed. For our third ponytail, we're going to be taking the remaining hair, and we're going to draw it upright, and the elastic will be placed right at the scalp. After completing the 3 ponytails, you'll be able to see the 3 different layers between the ponytails, but all coming up into one. Now the next step is we're going to go ahead and start with the lowest layer of the ponytail. Once you have found the lowest level of the ponytail, we're going to begin here, and I just want the ponytail to fall in its natural fall. We're going to be taking about 4 to 5 sections here, and we'll be working with a series of simple knots. We're going to be working with our shaping wax here. A small amount of shaping wax right on my hands and distribute evenly into the section that we're making. We're going to comb it nice and smooth. We're going to lay it right across the top of my hand and create our first slip knot, drawing the hair right through and bringing the tail behind to secure. The next knot, we'll do the same thing. We'll be again working with our shaping wax. Comb the hair nice and smooth, and we'll lay it right across my hand, up over the top. The tail comes right through the front, gets folded behind and pinned in place. It'll pin right next to the last knot that we've made. We're going to complete 2 more knots here, completing our first layer. Once you've completed the first row, we're going to go ahead and mist with our Theory Firm. We're going to move to the second layer. Once you've taken down the second layer, we're going to allow it to fall in its natural fall. 2 of the knots will come to the side to help complete the first layer, and then we'll be working with the middle knots to create a second layer. We'll be using our shaping wax right through the first section here. We'll comb it nice and smooth. We'll take the hair right across the top of my hand. The tail comes through the back towards the front, and it lays right next door to the first row. The tail gets folded behind, and it'll be pinned in place. Now we'll come on to the other side, and we'll work with the farthest section to complete our first row. Creating the slip knot right across the top of my hand. Tail comes to the back, folds behind, and lays right next to the other end of the row. For the last bit of that layer, we're going to work in 3 sections, layering the knots right over the top of the last. Taking our shaping wax through the ends, combing right nice and smooth, laying the hair right across the top of my hand. Tail comes right through the front. The tail now folds behind, and we pin using the previous knots as my pin cushion. We'll repeat with the second 2 knots. Once you've completed the second row, we'll go ahead and knit that with our theory firm. We'll be completing this last section with 4 knots, using our shaping wax to move throughout the section. We'll start on the outside first. We'll go ahead and move that right through our section, comb it nice and smooth, and we'll be repeating that knot and laying it right next to that first knot in the first row. We'll come on to the other side here, working with this final section on this side, working with our shaping wax. Moving that right through the section, combing the section nice and smooth, laying it right across the top of my hand, folding the tail behind, and setting it right next to the last knot in the row. We will then complete the 2 final knots in the front using the same slip knots. Once we've secured our final knot, we'll mist the hair with our theory firm and a final mist with our Bassu Shine Mist. Enjoy the twisted bun.